Hey everybody, this is Mario SMM here. So a while ago, I recreated all of Super Mario Bros. In Super Mario Maker 2. I also recreated all of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, but I haven't made a video on that yet. I probably should get around to that. Now, I am working on all of Super Mario Bros. 3.
But Mayro, what about Super Mario Bros. 2?
I'm too lazy, that's gonna take a lot of planning, and Mario 3 is better anyway. So obviously, with SMB3 having like 90 levels, I thought it would be a bit stressful for me to try and compile it all into one big, can you remake Super Mario Bros? So we're gonna do this in parts. I'm gonna do some explained videos like we did back in the day, where we go through all of the different levels and talk about what had to be changed. Please subscribe to my channel, it's dying. So starting things off, we're in 1-1, and already there are a few issues that I had to iron out here. For starters, there are 4 colors of semi-solids in the original Mario 3, but there's only 3 colors of semi-solids in Mario Maker. There's white, red, blue, and there's originally green, so that's epic. Also, semi-solids do not go 2 blocks high in this game. They can only be 3 blocks high at the minimum. Because of that, I had to plonk them in the floor, which looks really weird. I could have plonked them all on the floor, but I just thought we'd have it as a one-off exception. And we can fly off to this little bonus area that lives up here. And again, this used to be 2 high, now it's 3 high. Looks a little jarring, but it's not too bad. And get ourselves a 1-up, get ourselves some coins. Now we can fly away, and we can go down this one-way pipe. Everything else is pretty standard. We have this stuff over here with the P-switch that we can activate to turn these into coins. One thing I've noted about Mario 3 level design, that it loves to put P-switches everywhere, and then give you about 10 coins as a reward. So next up is 1-2. And 1-2 was originally a grassy level, but I've turned it into a cloud level just so I can have the same athletic music. Because I like the athletic music, and there aren't actually any well, there aren't many cloud levels in Mario 3, so I didn't feel like I was being intrusive or anything. We can head on a merry adventure. And one thing I want to quickly talk about is bonus rooms, and the fact, the aspect ratio, since Mario Maker is in widescreen and Super Mario Bros. 3 was not in widescreen. Bonus room's a little bit cramped like this. I have blocks on the side, and because I have blocks on the side, I was like, I might as well just stick the pipe in here. So here we have another slight issue. Do you see it? Probably not. You cannot have sloped corners in Mario Maker. In the original, you'd go down the slope, and then there wouldn't be a little flat bit here. It would just go straight to the wall. But you can't do that in Mario Maker, because the slopes have these mandatory little bumps on them, and it's very annoying. So the stage is actually like 4 blocks wider than it should be as a result of these little bumps. But I mean, it's not really anything dire, let's face it. It's just little bumps in the floor. Most people aren't going to notice that. And then this part as well, this pipe was originally 3 blocks wide, but you can't do that anymore, because you can't stack the pipes, and pipes can only be 2 blocks wide at a minimum. And here you might be wondering, why is there a Goomba floating around in the cloud? And it's because some forms of Para Goomba can fly around like that. So depending on the situation, I've either used something like that if it's at the end of the level, or if it's at the start of the level and I don't want them following me, I just use a winged Goomba. But this area is a little bit sad. First of all, there's no Boomerang Bros in Mario Maker, so we had to replace him with a Hammer Bro. But that's not the most tragic part of it all. The most tragic part of it all is the bonus area, because normally one of these blocks, this one I believe, it has a super leaf in it. But because we always start as Small Mario, we're going to be getting a mushroom, and that's the only item block in the level. The problem with that is as follows. Here, there's a hidden block with the vine. In the original, it was a hidden music block, and when you bounced on the music block, it would warp you to the bonus area. So to replicate this, I just used a vine that leads up to a warp pipe, like I did for the SMB1 remake. And here we are in the bonus area, an auto-scrolling cloud area. And here's why it's tragic. In the original, if you have a super leaf, you can build up speed here, and you can fly up, and there is a hidden 1-up box in a large cluster of coins. But because we don't have a super leaf, there wasn't really any point in remaking it, since you can't get to it, and all it would do is ruin the scroll. Unfortunately, we had to say rest in peace to that bit. The other thing I changed here is these blocks never originally went to the floor. This was just a visual change. Since they can't be 2 blocks high anymore, it looked really jarring and awful, because one thing that's important to me is making the level feel natural rather than replicating it exactly. Speaking of which, we couldn't possibly have platforms that move in one direction and fall when you touch them. That would be ridiculous. So there's a couple of tracks here. Well, I placed down 1 or 2 tracks for this auto-scrolling stage. See if you can find them. I'll give you, if you can find where the track is in the comments, at least within the first day or 2 of this video going out, I will give your comment a heart if you can tell me where I hid the track in this level. If you can't find it, that's okay, I understand, but if you can find it, let me know. I'll give you a heart. It's quite hidden, so I do understand. Don't feel bad about yourself if you can't find it. And making the platforms move along the track, that was a little bit annoying, simply because I had to place them so far ahead of the auto-scroll, and it didn't really make a lot of sense when creating, so I had to just kind of do a lot of trial and error to make it work. But overall, it played decently. It played pretty much the same. I'm happy with it. Normally, this pipe would just take you to the end. If I was smart, I would have used a door, but I wasn't smart, so I was like, you know what, let's make a new underground section. Because at the end of the stage, there's normally a hammer bro, so just let's put a hammer bro in the underground section for no reason. Wonders Fortress is next, and I mean, I love making the fortress level. They are my favorite levels to make by far. I've jumped into the lava bubble, awesome. Yeah, the castle levels are so fun to make. Not only are the blocks very easy to count, I mean, look at that basic texture. But it's just a lot of fun designing them with all the doors and stuff. So here we have the rotodiscs. We have the rotodisc block, which is represented by a hard block, and we also have the rotodiscs, which are winged lava bubbles on tracks, going around in a circle. I could have used fire bars, but fire bars move very slow, and there's no way to speed them up, so I decided to use winged lava bubbles on tracks. It looks pretty nice. Now, in the original, there's a secret exit in this level that leads you to a little bonus item. I can't remember what it was. Maybe it's a warp whistle. I don't remember exactly. But regardless, if we build up speed here, we can fly up to the top and we can go in the door, and this leads us to a little bonus room with some nice coins for us to collect. I thought that was a suitable little reward for people who go exploring in this level. Heading in here, we have what used to be the crusher section. We can't have massive ceilings falling on us, so I decided to use grinders on tracks here. The great thing is the length of this room allows all the grinders to be loaded in at the same time, which means all of them will be synced up. And now we have the boss battle. I gave the same amount of space. I didn't bother with the run-up. I felt that it would just be a little janky, having the one-ways and stuff. I thought this looked nicer, just dropping in the room, beating boom boom, go in the key door, and then few little coins and a bonus, hit the X, and you're done. This is 1-5. This one was a bit of a pain to create. There's no water. Well, we don't have water. There's no placeable water. I could use the jungle theme to have water, but didn't go across the whole area, you know? There would be water where we don't want it if we did that. So I decided the best move here was just don't bother with the water. There's only like 5 tiles where the water actually exists, so I just replace it with semi-solids, and you know, it's not great. You know, you could do something else to replicate the water, but I mean, I think the stage plays fine without the water. Please get up. Also, there's a little sky section. Again, there's usually a hidden music block right there, but we can't do that, so I made a vine leading to a little balcony type thing with a pipe. And again, we can't have the bonus because there's no leaf. This is very sad. 1 like on this video equals 1 sad. No likes on this video equals no quags. The pipe drops us off here. We head on down. And normally in this level, you go through a pipe, this pipe, and it just ends the level. We can't do that in Mario Maker, so I just extended the cave a little bit to lead right to the goal. Next up is 1-6, and this one was a little bit annoying again. It was really fun doing the decoration for this because the cloud blocks, when you place them with just 1 thick or 1 tall, they're normal wood blocks. So I enjoyed making little patterns with the hard blocks and the wooden sky blocks, and I used mushroom stems to replicate a little decoration. So I managed to create basically a custom theme, a wooden theme. And this was a bit annoying too. I couldn't make the tracks completely accurate because in the original they're a lot more complicated, but in Mario Maker each line has to be 3 wide, so I had to just make rough estimates of what the track would or should look like. That coin wasn't worth it, so you're probably wondering why there's a question block there. There's not. There's normally a brick with a coin in it. You can't put 1 coin in a brick. You can put 10 coins in a brick, you can't put 1 coin in a brick. Don't know why we're still at this point, Nintendo. Anytime where there's just 1 coin in a brick, I've used a question block. So it has the exact same effect, it just unfortunately looks more important than it actually is. Also 1-up. Mario 3 likes to put 1-ups in non-challenging places for some reason. Again, normally there would be a raccoon section up here with a bunch of coins, but since there's no way to get the raccoon, I didn't see any point in remaking it. So you come down here, and again I tried to replicate the tracks the best that I could, but obviously it's not perfect at all. Let's get rid of the Koopa and get the goal. Next up we have 1-Airship. Now remember the story in the original game is, I think Larry Cooper turned the king into a dog. We gotta get his one back so we can transform. Well, we're gonna be doing that today, and an extension of Mario Maker lore, the king's also been captured. Alright, it doesn't matter if he's been turned into a dog, they don't want a dog ruler. They want Larry to be the ruler, so he is thoroughly removed from Grassland, and we need to get him back, we need to save him, because he was turned into a dog. And we need to unturn him into a dog. It's very sad. Very sad stuff. I'm gonna cry. Anyway. That normally is a 4-way cannon shooter. I couldn't think of a good way to make that, so I just thought if we had multi-direction stuff, the auto scroll would make it shoot at different paces anyway, because they'd load in at different times. And also, at the end of every airship level, I do have a little bit of a scroll stop wall, so the level can't keep on going. But now we're going to drop into the ghost house. This is where we're going to be fighting the bosses in the ghost house areas. This is because I wanted an excuse to use the ghost house, and because the ghost house is also made of wood, so it does make sense to use it. It's like an abandoned, darker airship, also made of wood. But anyway, we took out Larry Cooper. It was pretty easy. We got rid of his stupid little wand. And here's the king. He's been captured, dude. Oh no. King Dog. We gotta set him free. Yeah, he's free. Thank goodness. Oh, I hope he's doing okay. However, that's not where it ends, because there's also a coin ship in World 1, and this one was so annoying to do. You wouldn't think it would be, but it is, because I had an idea, and I was trying to make my idea work. Unfortunately, it did work, so now I've got some explaining to do. So this is the little bonus coin ship. Kind of what you'd expect, really. It's some coins on a ship. I've used mushroom stems, because in the airship theme, the mushroom stems look like screws, and I've used those for decoration here. There's not much to say about this level, it's just loads of coins. The important part, not that one up, I forgot that was there actually. The important part is going down this pipe. In this pipe, there are 2 hammer bros. We need to kill them both to get an item. In this case, the item is a key. Now that is something that you're not supposed to be able to do in Mario Maker. You can't put a key in a room. You can't be like, kill all the enemies in this room to get a key. So you're probably wondering how I did that. Maybe you're not wondering how I did that, because if you watch Sieve Gaming, this idea has probably been drilled into your head by now. If we scroll downwards, there's a couple of POW blocks. See if you can find the hidden POW block in this room. So to stop you from being able to see the POW blocks, we have a vertical scroll stop going on. So across the entire horizontal plane, there are blocks going all the way across. So the screen will scroll stop at the top, and you can't see below this point. This means you won't be able to see the POWs, but they are still loaded in. Because there are so many POWs, the game had a bit of a problem. It can't load the Koopa out of the pipe. Because there's just so many entities that doesn't want to load the Koopa because it's worried it's going to lag the game or something. The Koopa refuses to move out of the pipe. When you kill both Hammer Bros, this will open the item slot to allow the Koopa to come out of the pipe. So no Koopa, no Koopa, kill one, no Koopa, no Koopa, no Koopa, and there he is. So that is the contraption to make kill all the enemies in the room. That's all we're going to be doing for this video. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm sure you'd like to know that I have got World 2 already finished, and World 3 is currently in progress. I'm up to 3-6. Although there is no Maker ID for this because I haven't uploaded the levels yet, I will give you the Maker ID for my Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. The Lost Level remakes in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.